Okay, off and running on the second match here at the Short Mat Players Tour Champion of Champions. Nigel Nicholls of England up against Peter Roberts of England. Peter bowling here with the red shirt, red stickers. 29-year-old local here, plays out at this club as well. Playing with the Taylor Lignoid. He's up against Nigel Nicholls, 65-year-old from Cornwall. So a good start from Nigel. As we see Peter bowling here. Ball coming in. That's good, yeah, good effort. Still one down. Let's see Nigel's third bowl with this end. It's going to try and get past this. It's close here. Yeah, it's finishing well. You see it's Nigel currently holding the shot. It's got a good back position as well. Peter's nickname, the Robot. Nigel's had quite a few nicknames over the years. I think Gandalf is the one that tends to stick quite a bit. You see Peter just arriving down here on his backhand. It's finishing well here. That's a good spot. Still one to Nigel. I don't think there's much change for Nigel here. Just stay on the forehand. And even if he straightens the jack up a little bit, that's fine. Yep. Second away, he's got Aero Maxims, so they will bend. Yeah, see, that's not too bad. Wanted to be past it though. Peter again will come and have a look at this. Again, a big thank you for all of you for joining us. It's going to be a great weekend of constant streaming we've got here. Working with our colleagues at Rich TV as well. Fantastic setup we've got here at Etherow Bowling Centre. As we see Peter playing a very good bowl there. He's definitely got the shot. Just checking if it's one or two. Nigel's taken one away. Just checking if it's one or two. We'll just double check. So it was 2 shots to Peter there. So Peter, good start on the first end. And a good start on his second end of his first bowl. It's gone for a 3/4 length jack. So again, different to the first match we had, but they were playing sort of a 1/4 length to middle. Peter opting for a slightly longer length. Nigel's going to get right back around this. Yeah, it's a very good spot. Again, Peter just drawing away. You want to make sure he's past this. It's good, but I think Nigel will be a bit aggressive to this now. Nigel will be very keen to go and change this. Yeah. And he get back. He doesn't get back. So let off for Pete there. Just wants to make sure he gets around this. You see, Nigel's got a slightly different delivery than most players playing here this weekend. He's not got a static stance, as we call it. More of a typical bowler's delivery. A lot of the short mat players you'll see in the far corner there, playing with Angelecki there, playing with a very static stance, as is Peter here. He's out nice and wide. Well, it's not bad there. Yeah, that's good. Nigel definitely got to try and change this. He might be a bit more aggressive, a bit tighter. He's closer this time. Oh, that's a very good shot and a very good result. He might have made 2 of that. That puts the pressure on Peter with his last bowl. Sticking away on the forehand. It's a bit wide, I think. Yeah, a bit wide, a bit heavy. So, big chance for Nigel here. Add to this. Don't know if it's 2. It's definitely 1. I think Nigel's got to be careful. He can't play the backhand down to this because he could sit Peter's bowl in. I think he's just got to play down on the forehand. Oh, Peter's bowl has dropped. So that's probably made the difference if it's 1 or 2 now. Doesn't change Nigel's shot, it just drops down on his forehand. Has he got the weight? Not quite. No, just double check if it's 1 or 2. No, arms up. That means umpire's been called. We're measuring for shot even here, I think. That's where Annabelle. As we see from the overhead shot here. Annabelle again will use those wedges to make sure those bowls don't fall. Definitely looks like the Nigel's bowl to the left as we're looking is the shot. But camera angles can always be confusing. Peter might be a bit optimistic asking for a measure here, I think. We won't tease him about that later on. So both these players have been on a tour a very long time. Been World Cup colleagues as well. Nigel was a winner of the British Open back in 2018, I think it was. So that was 2 shots to Nigel. So 2 all now. And 3 incoming. As I say, Nigel's delivery, not your orthodox short mat delivery. It certainly works for Nigel with his swingy bowls. And Peter, it's the same every time, hence the robot nickname. Fair start from both players. Touches for both. Nigel was tight there. Opportunity for Pete now. Just reach down. Sitting between the jack and shot bowl. I think Pete's just short as well. There was a big chance of both players missed there. Nigel, has he got the weight this time? No, he's under it again. Pete, whilst he's holding the shot, he could look to be aggressive if he wants. I don't think he's what he's trying here. He's just over the draw again. And he's good. But just underneath it again. Nigel's got to be a little bit careful. He's only got one bowl in the head. Yeah, he's coming to have a look. I don't think he can play too aggressive to this. I think he's just got to reach up on the forehand, touch the shot bowl and sit on his own. Make two of it, but also, more importantly, two bowls in the head. Yeah. Just making sure with the weight he's playing. Yeah, that's pretty... If it hangs up, it's alright. Looks like it could fall down, and this could give Pete a shot for free here if it falls over. Somehow, Nigel's bowl is sitting up. Makes the shot more difficult the longer it sits up. Pete's probably wishing it to fall over. It has. So it does make the shot a lot easier for Pete here. He can just arrive down. Yeah. We look tight out of the hand, I'll be honest. Wow. That's a big shot missed. 2 shots to Nigel. So Nigel will take a 4-2 lead now. Going into N4. Forget we've got a lot of matches coming your way today. We've all got that caffeine intake to keep us going through the day. So great start from Nigel on N4. Peter's got to ensure he's behind with this first one. Looks good. Yep. Good start. So after this match, we've got Dimitri Payne up against Stephen Williams. Dimitri from Belgium and Stephen from Wales. Should be another cracking match. And then Matt Warden and Ben Pay. That's at 1 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, Alex Clay, Jack Pye. Come on to the afternoon games in a second. Good reply from Pete. Just pop the jack away. Bit of room for Nigel to draw this. Yeah, he's good here. Very good. Perfect. It's the importance of your first couple of bowls, getting them in the right position, making your opponent have to chase the end. So see Peter having to play some weight now. He wants to push his own up. He's good here. Oh, that's really good bowl from Peter. That was a perfect result as well. Again, we'll give... So let's see what Nigel plays here. He has got the back position. It's just getting to the shot bowl to push it back. So he's just going to arrive down on this backhand. Close here. Oh, didn't want to catch his own bowl though. So we can see from the overhead there, it's still Pete holding in the head. I don't think he can be too brave with this one, to be honest. The back position is against him. Doesn't want to touch the shot bowl. Just be a very gentle draw, I think, for Pete here. If he's short, I will not be surprised. Yeah, playing it on the backhand. Out nice and wide. Yeah, I had a feeling he would just be short. Couldn't afford to touch that, so that'll be 1 to Pete. So 4-3 now. About to play the 5th end. So we see our marker Kevin now. Very experienced player. Been in the World Cup a few times now for Scotland. A little bit wide for Pete. Good weight. Nigel will certainly get inside that, I would say. Yeah, very good. Very good from Nigel. Bit of chalk as well. So important at this level. Good reply from Pete there. Perfect weight just to come down. Nigel just, there we go, Nigel just trying to reach down to that, but he was short. Chance for Pete now to tuck this away. Let's see what Peter does here. Just try and tuck that jack away. Would be ideal. Playing down this backhand. Just slightly over the pace. And he's a bit short to this. We'll see from the overhead though. That's good. Holding 2. Nigel has got a shot to try and split those 2 away through his own. Let's see what Nigel plays here. Yep. Gets his own full. Yeah, he didn't quite catch it full. So Peter's bowl stayed in. And looking at the back position as well, that's in favour of where the jack's going anyway to Peter's bowl. Nigel's 2 bowls are the closest ones to us, and the view you can see there, but jack's not going that way. So what's Peter playing here? Is he going to, yeah, just try and drop right around this? You see Peter using the full length of the delivery area there. Oh, that's not what he wanted. That has brought the back 2 bowls into play now for Nigel if he wanted to play down at those. Play down onto through his own bowl, jack back, could make 3 of that. Just weighing up his options here. There is some danger to that shot. But there's a lot of positives that could come with this one. Let's see what Nigel plays. I would be certainly looking to play that on the forehand. Through his own bowl, which is probably 2nd bowl at the moment. Through the jack and move the jack back for 3. Let's see what Nigel plays. Can never tell if Nigel's playing forehand or backhand the way he delivers. Here we go. He's after it. He's underneath, but again, he had that was always the option if he was inside. So he's definitely guaranteed he's got the shot there. So that'll be 1 to Nigel. Just extending his lead now, 5-3 after 5 ends. 6th end about to start. So good start from both these players. Couple of missed opportunities, couple of opportunities taken. So both players will be feeling pretty positive. Nigel opting for the full length. So again, both these players opting for that longer length jack. Contrast to the first match that we had. bad start from both players, but Nigel will want to get one right on top here. He's wide again, a bit heavy. Chance for Pete. See how wide Peter's going with his bowls. They will come back on a good weight. That's not bad. Nigel switching to the other hand. It's just made it. And Peter comes and has a look. I'll give you a quick update on the scores from the first session. Jonathan Payne beating Joel Hager in Group A, 12-8. Alex Clay beating Stephen Proctor, 14-4. And Gary McNabb coming for a very close game with James Trott, 10-8. In Group B, we saw the Showmat game, 16-7 to Seba Lores against Benny Shulgren. Stephen Williams just got over the line against Chris Mann, 8-6. And Sam Harvey beat Dimitri Payne, 12-5. Peter's just arriving down at this one. Good effort. Yeah, he's moved that out. He might still be one down, but he's opened it up a little bit. Nigel will just continue to draw down on his backhand. It should come all the way back on a good weight here. He's good. Right around the back of the jack. He might have just gone through. Yeah, it looks like he's just gone through. So, chance for Peter here. Plenty of bowls for Peter just to sit on to get guaranteed shot. Yep. Let's see how many that is. See, both players will have a look. Could be another umpire call here. Yep. So, format for this weekend. We've got 3 groups of 7 and 1 group of 6. All former SMPT champions in all the groups. Top 4 from each group will go through to the knockouts, which will be tomorrow after the lunch break. We'll be here till 8 o'clock tonight. And then tomorrow we start a bit earlier at 9 o'clock. Bringing you the last couple of rounds in the group before we get into the knockout stages. So we're measuring for shot here. See which bowl gets pushed out here. Yeah, so it's that bowl there. So it's Nigel's bowl. So that is a missed opportunity for Pete there on that last bowl. So Nigel just stretching out 6-3 now. Halfway through. As we see Nigel's bowl coming up on this 7th end. Good start. Yeah, that's a very good start. On the longer length jacks, that's exactly where you'd want your first bowl to be. Peter looks just over this. Yeah, that's an unusual one for Pete. Probably still just thinking about that last end. As we see Nigel looking to put another one in here. He's good. Yeah, very good. Again, the importance of your first 2 bowls. Just sets the end up nicely. Peter's having to now play a really good bowl here to get back into this end. It's okay, but fancy Nigel just to switch now. Drop onto that. He's switching. Is he up though? Don't think he is. Seems to be bending quite a bit, that hand. It's caught both players out early on. See that Lawrence Moffat is 6-2 up in his match on the next mat as well. As we see Peter not really changing that for the better for him here. Nigel's out nice and wide this time. Pushes on to that and sits down. Oh, that's perfect. That's a really good bowl. Pressure really on Pete now. He's got a really just got a dead draw now. Try and get himself out of trouble. Is he there? He's not up. Wow. It could be. It could even be a full house even here. Let's see. Let's see how many he's conceded. Just wait for confirmation on the scoreboard. Yeah, it was a big 4. Great end from Nigel. And again, all teed up from those first 2 bowls. So it's a very big lead now for Nigel. Pete's got to get back into this. Can't afford to drop any more ends, really. Nigel's been in good form so far this season. He did lose in the final of the Norwegian Open to Seba, who we saw on the show mat earlier. Pete's not had his best season so far. Missed out on a World Cup spot as well last season, which I know you're disappointed about. As we see Nigel being more aggressive to this. Well, that's not too bad. That's falling okay for him. Let's see what Pete tries here. He's just reaching down at this. That's very good. Yeah, it's made a good 2 there. Nigel's going to just arrive down here on the backhand. It's good out the hand. Well, it's still 1 down. Pete's got to try and at least pick up a 2 here. Yeah, it's just confirm it's 1. Yeah, Pete dropping down on his backhand. Looks like to be a good weight for this one. He's in for 2. Yeah, that'll be 2 shots. So, good 2 shots for Pete there. 10-5 now. In terms of these players and their world rankings, Nigel's currently in 4th in the world rankings and Peter's up to 5th. So, nothing really much between them in the world rankings. As we see a good start from Pete there, just in front of the jack. Nigel will go to the more open hand. His forehand that's swinging away. He's not quite done it again. Just underneath. Pete will just switch again to this forehand. He's not quite reached himself. Just a dead draw still there for Nigel. He's looking to see if the weighted option's there. Let's see. He's thinking about playing. He's just going to draw it. He was contemplating playing weight to this. He's just on the draw. He's good here. If he gets around the front, he's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So that is the shot. So see Pete trying to be aggressive down to this. As we can see, it's just sat down the shot bowl of Nigel's, but still Nigel holding shot. He's got to be a bit careful here. He's only got one in the head. So Nigel's got to play another good bowl here. Yeah, is that nice and wide on this hand? It's okay. There is a half a chance there for Pete to get underneath, push the shot bowl away and sit for 2 or 3. It's got to be played with perfect weight though. See Pete's foot out to the line. I'll just play through this. It is a very big swinging hand. I think he's under it. Yeah. Not what he wanted. Nigel's just got a big draw now for 2. More importantly though, it's another shot to Nigel. And it's the end. I think Nigel's taking this. No, Nigel's happy with the 1. So, Nigel taking the 1. Goes 11-5 in front. Nigel sticking with the long length jack. Yeah, good start from Nigel here. Very good. Pete's got to be scoring this end to get himself back into this match. Looks to be short. Just a big thank you to those of you who tuned in on this Saturday to watch us here. I'm hoping to get quite a few views this weekend. First time we've done an event like this. Let's see Pete looking for that jack. That's a good effort. I think the back bowl is going to stay in though.
No umpire.
See Nigel come and have a look. See Kevin's just having a look at see whether that bowl's in or out. It's always difficult to see from this angle. Don't forget we're not directly above the jack or that bowl here, so we can't see. Whilst it might look like it's breaking the line from the angle we're at, it's in. So good effort from Pete there, but it's still shot to Nigel here. Nigel just needs to make sure he gets another one around. He's got both hands options for him. Sticking to this backhand. Nice and wide. How's his weight? Looks short. Yeah, that's a missed opportunity for Nigel to almost put the game to bed there, I think. Well, what's Pete seeing here? Just drawing it. Looks to be under it. Well, it's got to be a little bit careful here. Nigel, he's only got 1 bowl around. Needs another one in there. Don't forget we'll be bringing this stream to you all day today and tomorrow. So if you are at home watching, forget the other sports that are on this weekend. See if Pete can find a way through to this. He's very good at these shots. I think he's under though. He might have got shot out of that. We'll see. Yeah, one shot to Peter there. Needs to pick up a 2 or 3 here, really. Give himself any opportunity in this match. It was that 4 on the 7th end that done the damage for Peter so far in this match. So, good start from Peter again. Nigel needs to follow up. He's on a nice line for his bowls here. Drops right round this. Drops back. Yeah, that's a very good start from Peter on this end. Definitely what he needs. Nigel's going to try and change that. I think he's just wide of it. Yeah, it's going to finish past here. Yeah, got the 2 bowls at the back, as you can see. Peter holding 2 though, more importantly. Nigel will not want to be dropping, well, any more than 2 really this end. See Pete using the full length for that mat again. Oh, he doesn't want to be off. Oh, wow. That's not a good bowl from Pete, really. Chance to put the pressure on. Nigel's in the area. Yeah, very good. You can see why Pete wanted to be over there. That's what he was trying to get, a good positional bowl. It's gone from Pete being in total command of the end to being very open now. And even. Nigel drawing for the match here. I think he's even got the shot already, so that is going to be the gain to Nigel. Needs to be drawing in for 2 now. Just shows you how the game can swing as we head towards the end here. Last bowl coming. Oh, Nigel didn't want the extra one, obviously. So that will be 1 to Nigel. Just wait for confirmation, but I'm sure it is. Yep. So, last ending coming now. It's Nigel who's 12-6 up, so he'll take the 3 points. And a good start again from Nigel on this last end. So that last end started really well for Pete. It's just his 3rd bowl that give Nigel the opportunity, and Nigel took it. As we see there on the overhead. Nigel will just be trying to follow that one down. Drop onto the shot. It's close. Yeah, that's finished well. Let's see what Pete does here. Just dropping down again on this backhand. I would have said he's a bit tight for that. Yeah. Yeah, just not quite found his rhythm in this game so far. It's definitely a game that Nigel's been in control of. Good again here. Look how far that's come back. Very good. So it'll be Nigel taking the 3 points. We're really happy with that first match out. Pete will have to ensure he's focused again. He's back on the show mat later on. Trying to get his own in here. It's just over it, unfortunately. Nigel just come in and have a look. He's holding a good 1 in there. And as we can see, actually, it could be 2. Let's see what Nigel plays here. He could play aggressive if he wants to push onto his own to push the back bowl away. Just try a big draw on his forehand. Yeah. Is that nice and wide? This will come right back now. That's unlucky, actually. He's moved the jack potentially to Pete's bowl. I don't know, he might still be holding 1 there. Certainly in a better position, a safer position for Nigel. Let's see, last bowl. Last bowl with the end coming in. Just, oh, great effort. So we'll see who's got that last shot there. 1 to Peter. So that is the 1 to Pete, and that is the match. So 12-7 now after the completion of that match. So really good game there from Nigel. Was in control all the way through that. So you can see the players having a bit of a debrief after that game there, talking amongst themselves, but Mitchell will try and grab. So Mitchell will look to grab Nigel, who is victorious there, and we'll go up to the interview area in a second. But yeah, really good match there from both players, but Nigel just there had the advantage all the way through that, and it was a big 4 on the 7th end that put him in command. It'll be Peter back on the show mat later on, but certainly need to improve for that next match. In terms of the schedule here, we're going to be bringing you the next match after an interview with the players. Next match up is Dimitri Payne of Belgium against Stephen Williams from Wales. We'll be starting that on the hour at 12 o'clock. We're just getting ourselves set up in the corner with the players. Nigel's obviously just getting himself ready. But again, a big thank you for all of you that are tuning in. Really hope you're enjoying the coverage here. And again, a big thank you to Rich TV for the setup here this weekend. Got a good setup here in the commentary box. And obviously TPS, Steve Roberts and his company for the sponsorship of this event as well. Without Steve, this event doesn't go. So I can see Mitchell's getting himself primed in the area, so we'll hand over to Mitchell in a second. Okay, we'll hand over to Mitchell now in the interview with Nigel.
Got me when yeah. Okay, I'm joined by Nigel Nicholls, who has just won on the show mat 12-7 against Peter Roberts in Group C. So let's catch up with Nigel. Nigel, good win in the end. Yeah. Pleased with that?
Very pleased with that, yeah. Yeah, obviously Peter's a top player, and every game is going to be so difficult. It's important to get a win on the board if you can, if you're going to have any chance of qualifying. So yeah, delighted with that, yeah.
And you took an early lead as well, so that must have been a good thing just to settle in and take that lead and then hold off Pete. But you come back at you later on in the match.
Yeah, I started well. I was pleased with that. Found a good length and decent line. It was all pretty tight, and then I managed to pick up a 4 in the middle of the game, and I think that gave me a bit of comfort. And then it was just a case of protecting that lead and trying not to give anything silly away. So, yeah.
And you know, has that settled you down now? Were you a little bit nervous going into that early this weekend?
Yeah, it's obviously nervous. Every game is going to be tough, but yeah, I say it's important to get a win under your belt, and then takes a little bit of the pressure off. But every game is going to be difficult, so we'll see what happens. Yeah.
And when the rest of the matches coming up, obviously you got 3 points on the board now. You'll be looking to build on that as well, going into the rest of your games this afternoon.
Yeah, another win today would put me in a good position, I think. So I'll do my best and see what happens. Yeah.
And also, how have you found the venue and the mats so far this weekend?
Venue's excellent, yeah, very nice. Every mat I've tried is pretty consistent, so there's no excuses. I mean, it's down to you to bowl well now, because you can't blame the carpet or anything like that. It's a very nice venue, and yeah, and a nice group of people around, and lots of helpers and markers and umpires, which is great.
Brilliant. Well, good luck for the rest of the weekend, Nigel.
Thank you, Mitch. Thank you.
Okay, stay tuned, because our next match is Dimitri Payne versus Stephen Williams.